Okay, welcome back everybody to our Calizari System Survival. This is episode 17. Now, since our last episode, there's been a major update to Space Engineers. They've gone from 1.181 up to 1.182. There's even been a couple of hotfixes since then. We're up to 0.018, I think, if I last checked it right. Which were actually quite necessary. The major update, whilst it changed a lot of things, did introduce a few touchy bugs, so to speak. Namely, a lot of grids, especially like landing gear and connectors, and just items in general, became super sensitive. Like, for example, landing mule here on this decking most likely would have destroyed the landing gear and probably buckled the decking and everything as well, and no matter how gently we were touching down. Now, as a result of this, I have actually gone through and I've disabled destructible blocks at this point in time, just until the problem gets fixed. I will admit I haven't actually tested it under the new 0.018 hotfix, which has only just been released in the last hour or so. Maybe the last couple of hours at most. So it's very new. I haven't had a chance to actually test those features yet to see if it's actually been resolved. Although the changelog did something to say about fixing the paper blocks, so I think that might be a tongue-in-cheek dig at or reference to the fragility of the actual blocks in question. So with that said, like I said, I have changed it over to destructible blocks. I've turned them off at this point in time, just so that we don't have to deal with everything destroying itself. So it does impact a little bit of the realism, so to speak, of the survival game, but not too much, not enough to be overly worried about. I will turn them back on once I know the problem's been resolved. That said, if you recall last episode, we set up two mining platforms. We set up our uranium mining platform over there and our magnesium platform over here, and rather than bringing Mule over here, we'll just quickly jetpack over here and see how it's going. Now, of course, the game hasn't been running since our last episode, so it hasn't actually gotten any further, so it's still working away at drilling down to our magnesium level down here, so we can actually start building up some more ammunition. Speaking of ammunition, looks like our Gatlings have decided to wreak havoc with our solar array here again. Oh, lovely. A couple of things I have noticed with the new update is that they are absolutely correcting. Load times for loading into a world is really quick. Constructions, multitude computers. I'm very pleased with how quickly it loads in. It doesn't seem to be as many stall outs as well. What I mean by that is, if you recall, every time the game would sort of freeze and stall, it was because it was saving, and it's just doing it right now for me. But you notice there's no save there. Oh yeah, there it is. They have sort of tried to ease that off a bit. It doesn't seem to stall out as badly as often when it's saving. At least that's what I have noted. At least, well, in other games I play, at least. And I say at least a lot, but you have to excuse me. I have a drink here in front of me, which is going down very pleasantly. Solar cells. Much like last time, our drink in question, our drink of choice today is Captain Morgan's Spiced Rum. Very nice drop. And one that I'm actually thoroughly enjoying. At least they're shooting over that way. Hopefully they'll leave our solar array alone for a little while. There we go. Now, let's see how we're going here. got 0 superconductors. I believe they take gold, don't they? Oh, we have no gold. Well, that probably accounts for we've got no superconductors. We had some, but have none now. We must use it for something else. So we need to find some gold. But we also need to set up some more mining platforms. Now, what do you have in you? Alright, you're fully equipped. Excellent. We've got uranium, iron, cobalt, silver. That uranium is actually a meteor strike. Silicon, nickel, magnesium. I still can't believe that reckons. Oh no, that's also a meteor strike. Ice. I was going to say, I don't believe that there's ice over there. That's what I was doing. We were going to set up an ice mining platform. So let's just grab mule here and let's go and do that now. Now, there is ice, I believe, in this direction. If I recall, when we were over here cleaning up the enemy base, we saw it high up. So let's just jump up quite high. Ooh, look at the damage. Let's just jump up. Yeah, it's over that mountain range, if I remember correctly. What are we up to? 2k. 2.5. Don't want to get too high. We'll start losing efficiency on our engines. That's not good. Yep, there it is. I can see it just there in the crosshairs at the moment. Yeah, look at the. Yep, we're over here a lot, and the meteor struck over here a lot. A lot of voxel damage there. Oh, we've cleaned that up. We don't need to go back there again. Oh, look at that. There's a ore patch in the middle of the ice. I wonder what it is. And if it's going to be useful. Oh, there's 2 ore patches. What's this one over here? So if we can set up a mining platform over top of a useful ore patch, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We'll get lots and lots of ice, which we're going to need, as well as some additional resources, which we will always need. Let's come down to sub 50. There we go. No, look at this. This game still stalls a bit. Unsaving. Oh, okay. We need sub 50. Oh, I am an idiot. Because this ship has got no ore detector on it. I don't even know why I brought it. Or expecting. I know what it is. I actually, in other games, I make it a habit of putting an ore detector on pretty much every ship I build, because you never know when you're going to come across an ore deposit and you want to check out what it is. In this particular game, however, if you recall, we have not added an ore detector onto Mule here. Maybe it's an oversight, I'm not sure. We've got plenty of room to be able to add it here. And I don't even, I could add most of it here right now, but I don't even have, any detector components, so I can't actually even add it right now and make it worth my while. Okay, well, what we're going to do, we need to set up a nice platform anyway. So I'm not going to use that one. I will use this one over here. Again, I still don't know what particular or resource there is on this one, but this one is more central located on the actual ice sheet, ice lake. So it's the better, to me it's the better position. So we will set up some mining facilities right here, smack bang in the centre, and we'll let the all resource be a total mystery. We'll just see what eventuates, what it comes up with. Okay, now we do want to set it up right in the middle, so we'll set it up over here a bit. Just there somewhere, we'll go to the side of us there anyway. Okay, let's grab some steel plate. We don't need that much steel plate. That will do for starters. And we'll grab some interior components as well. That way we can actually add the conveyor junction when we get to the top layer. Let's start. We want to start in the middle of it, so we'll start over here, just here somewhere. No, hang on, we can sort of see what's here. Let's try this. Ice, iron, that's good, that's good. 13 meters, so it's only one change. Oh, that's way over. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, that's an Australian term. Whoop, whoop. A long way off, somewhere in the back of nowhere. It's probably the best generalised representation of what it actually means. Alrighty. 1, 2. Drills, rotor, piston. Conveyor. Let's just fix that up. I'm tired of actually making that mistake each time. Tools, that goes there. Blocks, that goes there. Much better. No, not you. You. Still didn't grab enough. Then let's grab that many. And that many. Okay. It's way more than we need of everything. But it will do nicely. Oh, actually we need some steel, don't we? What a oversight that is. No, we actually need more than that. That will do nicely. Oh, okay. Just realised we're missing that as well. Let's just fix that up. Give it you, throw you in there, put you at the end. There we go, saves us actually having to flick toolbars. Okay, if you've noticed, for my 6 drill head platform, I should come out 8 with the light armour. That actually is 2 more than what is necessary to match the 25 metre diameter. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. But because of the slight voxel distortion that occurs, I like to have that extra two blocks, so 5 metres. 6. That extra 2 metres, it seems to be sufficient at least to negate, if you will, any form of damage to the blocks caused by voxel distortion, which was a thing of the past, and as a result it's just a habit I've gotten into now. I don't know that it's so much a problem now. Voxel distortion doesn't seem to cause as much problem with blocks. It seems to distort around the actual blocks themselves, which is good. But I know in the past, previous versions, voxel distortion would actually cause buckling and even destroy some building blocks, some light armour and stuff like that. A number of times I had a ship get destroyed because I'd locked its landing gear too near to where I was mining, and the voxels got distorted, and for some reason it would cause a cascade destruction up through the landing gear and destroy the ship. To the point where it basically just disintegrated completely and there was nothing left over. So I got into the habit of parking my ships quite some distance away, as you can see. Probably not a bad idea anyway. To be on the safe side, the ground where it distorts can sometimes cause landing gear to unlock, especially if there's too much of an extreme change in the ground plane, the voxels themselves. So for now we side up with that side, so that's the best side to put our platform. So yeah, we park our ships far enough away, especially if we're going to lock landing gear. We park them far enough away that any distortion in the voxel terrain is not going to cause them to unlock. Well, hopefully. No, not you. We'll probably get welded up later, but not now. Now we need our reactor, which is number 2. And we need our cargo, number 4. Excellent. Must be saving again. Well, it doesn't look like it. I wonder what that was all about. Okay, now it's saving. Come on. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we're trying to mitigate the stall out, or the the stall out when it's saving by stalling it out first. Prior? I don't know, that just seemed a bit strange. We need some more of them. No, not them. Them. No, not you. Okay, give me some more of you. And you. Definitely some more of you. And you. Really keep forgetting that uses so many construction components. It's not funny. A couple of hundred of you then. A couple more of you and you and you. Yeah, you really need to go into it with twice as many construction components than the other three components, sorry, recipe. Might as well be. Components necessary for conveyor tube. Definitely go into it with twice as many. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's just do that to start with. Short by 3, okay. No, too many. Small tubes and more metal grids. Okay. If that ain't enough, there's something wrong. Large motors and computers. Large motors and computers. Bingo. And we don't have our uranium in this sense. Let's just get you. Okay. Let there be power. Okay, now we need, what do we need for this? Steel plate construction components, switches, motors, okay. Steel plate, construction components, small tubes, motors. No, I don't want that. And computers. That's better. That. Okay, why did I forget? I get enough of them. needing them for those endpoints at least. Okey-doke. Drills. 3. And 4. So we know, at least if nothing else, we're going to get iron from here, as well as ice. It's going to fill up this cargo container pretty quickly, I think. Although, they can hold a fair bit. Actually, I don't want to put you in there. Come on. Right, well that's that. That's our main drills. Now we need our connectors, our ejectors and our Gatling. I don't have any steel plate on me. computers. Steel and computers. Where is it? Where did we put our sorter? There. Okay, well that's actually good. I like the fact that the iron's pretty close to the surface. We shouldn't have to drill as far before we get to use the resource. I mean, of course, ice is our usable resource here. But picking up iron as well is actually a nice bonus. More motors. Don't have more motors there. Have that. Okay, now Gatling on top. In this case I am kind of rushing, sort of want to get this finished before I run out of hydrogen. Little bridge, large tubes, excellent. Wonderful. Yeah, we need some ammo. Which we don't have. Well, that's a bit of an oversight, isn't it? Actually, I didn't have it to bring, did I? That's why we got our magnesium mine. Okay, control panel. Terminal, I should say. Drills. Vantage rotor. we don't have the ammo for it, but we will come back for it. Our Gatling turret will be set for that, and everything else gets turned off because it's only for meteors. And let's go and see what ammo we can actually give it. So we can come back, so we know where to come back to. But we do need to bring some ammo back for you, don't we? Let's just go via uranium platform, see how it's progressing. Alright, at least we are now mining, collecting ice, so we'll have something to be able to stoke up our oxygen generation and hydrogen generation stuff with. I mean, we do have quite a lot of hydrogen stored at our base, but our new ship is unable to access that at the moment. Not even sure if it will set a connector up to be able to access it at this point in time. That'll have to give us some thought about. But for now, it's got its own oxygen generators, so it'll be able to generate its own hydrogen once we actually charge it with some ice. Oh, come on. Would you believe, I believe that piston has extended its full 10 meters. Which means we need to reconfigure you. Maybe not quite, let's just check. I do need hydrogen though, so I don't really have the hydrogen to be able to do this right now. No, 10 meters. Drills off, rotor off, and piston off. You can just stop there for a moment. Oh, look at that. What have we found here? What have we hit? Looks like silicon. Obviously nothing at this point in time, it's just an illusion, we're just seeing stuff. It's right at the edge. silicon. Oh, we've got magnesium here too, maybe. Okay, there we go. Alright, so it's only just revealed it. Hasn't actually mined any of it. Okay, good. It's a good start. Where's our ship? Here we go. Not enough to worry about, but we'll take it all. We will be back. If I remember correctly, I disabled that out of here, so I didn't want taking any ammo. Yeah, see, they're all getting a bit low. Oh, look, go away. No, 120. So maybe we can add it back in. Far out. How can it drag that many in so flipping quick? Yeah, do it that way. That should not have triggered. Sorry, I did readjust my actual key bindings, so there's no reason why my introduction screen should have actually come up. I didn't actually trigger, or didn't even press on the key that triggers that. So I do apologise about that short break in stream again. Really is a cool looking planet up there. Sorry, that's the real Mars from the workshop. Recommend any person who likes adding really nice planets to their game to check it out. Very much worth it. That is my opinion. I do make use of it myself quite often, in fact. Alright. Reconfigure these things. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as how I built it, but before this stream ends, I'll actually will reconfigure this and take that out of let's just dump this first. Come on. This configuration is going to look a little absurd because it's still going to have the conveyor running right up over the top. So I'm not actually going to change that configuration at the moment. Let's just grab the reason why I'm not going to reconfigure it at this point in time is because I will actually wait until our main support platform is below this conveyor access on the cargo container, and then I can run straight out the side rather than running up off the top. So for the moment it's going to stay running up over the top. I'm just going to stick that in there. like that. We'll reconfigure after that. I'm going to remove the support structure because we've got a lower support structure here now, but the conveyor will be left over the top because next time we reconfigure it, we'll bring it down to, it'll come straight out from here, it'll run straight across to that connector there, because that will stay there. Then we'll go down from that to the rest of the rig, and our Gatling up there will come down and reside down on top here. And then everything will just progress down from there. So for now, that will work well. Jump over to that one. Seven. Okay. Take them. And we need to take... Let's just do it this way. Take them. Couple of them, couple of them, couple of them. All of them and some of them. That way we can put our drills and our conveyor in here and still weld up, as well as weld up our conveyor. I think we should be able to at least. Yeah, the first time I actually put together this particular drill platform, every time, and you'll see it here, every time I put a drill head on, it all wobbled like this, and I thought, oh crumbs, is the rotor going to be strong enough to support this particular arrangement, or is it just going to tear itself apart? Because as we know, rotors and pistons are notoriously flimsy. It's probably the politest word I can think of at the moment for their functionality. Personally, I think they should be a lot stronger than what they are. They should be able to handle, well, if we've got torque settings in our rotor, for example, you'd think it'd be able to handle those same sorts of forces, but apparently it can't. It doesn't like them. I also think that the piston should be a lot stronger than what it is. It should be able to push a lot more weight, or pull a lot more weight for that matter. Again, it can't. Maybe that'll get fixed in later releases. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to dictate what should and shouldn't be in the game. I'm not writing the game. I'm just playing with it. All I can just comment on is my observations of what I think should be changed, or what would be better, logically. And leave it at that. So, whichever way they go with it, whatever they do with it, I'll still work within the confines and the constraints that they apply. That's half the fun of it, in my opinion. Or most of the fun of it. I have done game development myself. I know exactly how arduous and tedious and difficult it can be to get a nice balance. I've written a couple of games myself. Nothing commercial worthy, but I've spent many hundreds of hours and many millions of lines of code writing software and games over the last 30 odd years. So I have great appreciation for, not that one, for the talents being employed writing this game, and I personally think they've done a pretty darn nice job. And whilst I have had long careers in IT industry, none of which have actually been software development, although it's something that I have been very proficient in for many, many years. It's just nothing that I've actually pursued for as a career. I went through other branches of the industry, and spent a whole lifetime working on this. Why am I removing those lower supports? Hell, what an idiot. Those lower supports are supposed to stay there. It's the uppers that I need to remove, isn't it? Silly, silly me. Distracting myself with my own gaff. There we go. Well, isn't it lucky that I left that coupling intact? Good shot, good shot. Oh, excellent shot. Well done. Is it out of range? Are you tracking it? Ah, reloading. Oh, well done. Only one hit the ground. Yeah, it's not too bad for just one Gatling. Normally I actually put 3 in one on each of the arms. Not over top of the cargo container, just on the other 3 arms. But since our ammo is quite limited at the moment, I decided to put one on it. Once we get some magnesium and can actually start producing ammo again, we'll most likely put we'll take it off the center and put it on the 3 arms. That way each rig has actually got 3. Which will certainly help when it comes to protecting it from potential damage from mediums. Okay, now you. Look, I'm not even going to bother this time. Just turn you on. Rotor's not exactly ready, but oh, actually, yeah, it is minus 0.25. Just go that, it's going. And the pistons is going. Whoa, no, it's not. Come back. We break everything off. Whew, that was a bit of a stupid mistake. Negative, thanks. 0.25. Now we can hit you. I hope we didn't shatter anything. So we pushed pretty hard. Nah, all good. All good. Now let's go and get this ammo over to our other rig. Yeah, well, there's the basic reconfigure of my rig. And no doubt you'll see that a few times more to come. As we drill down to depth, we might eventually then make use of the holes, or maybe turn them into some form of silo. They're a nice, as I mentioned, they're a nice 25-meter diameter radius hole, and depending on how deep you go down, 30-40 meters, it gives you a reasonably good, nice base to work with as a, I don't know, as a hangar entry, or not really as useful as a base unless you actually start mining outwards once you get down there. And I've done that before too, and stretched it out to probably nearly, believe it or not, nearly 100-meter diameter underneath the entryway of 25 meters. Yeah, I really pushed it out hard, but I also made it a good, what was it, 10-15 meter high, so a good 3 blocks. Which is actually quite a usable space. You could probably make it bigger. You could probably make it nearly 5 high, I reckon, quite easily, and push it out wider. That way you can put things like refineries, really big items in there. I have actually utilised this method for creating bases in another game, and it makes some very nice underground bases. Very uniform, very symmetrical. Okay, that looks really odd. I would hazard to say that we've had meteor strikes here. Yes, yes we have. Yes, we have. 2, 4, 6, 7. And as you can see, they came in pretty darn close to our base, our platform here. That's not good. So let's just yes, we'll turn that off. Jump out. Now there was 120 in there. I saw that myself. $1.3 million kilograms of ice. Mining quite nicely. Alrighty. Don't I actually say that a lot, don't I? Alrighty. Never really stopped and thought about it before. Well, we'll take our mule here back to base. And that's going to be our stream for this evening. And it's saving for me. And I'm out of a drink. So I need to recharge that. Now I think beginning from next episode, we might actually be able to start continuing to work on our large grid ship, our space-bound vessel. I think before we do any more welding and welding anything up, we'll probably do some reconfiguring as we discussed a couple of episodes, so that we can put some airtight cockpit and stuff like that on it. Don't want to have to be carrying oxygen canisters with us too much, only a couple for if we do some EVA, but I don't really want to have to try and make it into space and back again just with carried oxygen canisters. Boy, that looks like a mess down there. Look at that, that looks horrible. I wonder why they're targeting just that area. Well, they're not actually. Look at this. Look at our little section of the plane here as well. Pretty devastated. So yeah, we'll put in an enclosed cockpit. That way we can spend our time in space in a nice oxygenated environment. We can stop now. Thank you. And just that way we can use oxygen just for EVAing out from the ship to asteroids or whatever. Been also contemplating whether we should build a little support vessel to go with it, like a little mining vessel, but we don't have the capabilities to be able to create thruster components and thrusters at this point in time for out in space. So I think that's going to have to wait. We'll probably have to mine some platinum by hand and bring it back. Oh, hang on, no, we were going to put a refinery on board, weren't we? Put a basic refinery on board and an oxygen enclosed cockpit. That way we might be able to refine on board. Still undecided about whether I'm going to add an assembler. Do we want to actually be able to assemble on board, or do we want to bring it back? Yes, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And for now, it's looking pretty good. It'll look better once we actually do finish it, of course. Still not happy with that big thruster up on top. Doesn't match my concept of aesthetics. It's probably the best way to put it. Basically, I'm fussy and I don't like the look. I haven't restocked the ship. We'll do that another time. For now, we'll just reset or get our character ready for the next episode. Excellent, excellent, and done. Alright folks, well thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and found my monologue entertaining. Happy engineering, and I shall talk to you again on our next episode.